I am Inspo Games, and here I am going to give you some tips and suggestions for how to make your universe mode fun to play and give you some new ideas for your universe mode in case you're bored playing it right now. I understand we're a little bit more than 6 months into the life cycle of the game. If you're watching this in the near future or in the later future, you might be even further into the game and you might think, I have done everything that there possibly is to do in universe mode. Well, it's a sandbox mode, so, maybe you didn't. But maybe you did. I don't know, but I have a couple of things that I like to do in my universe mode when I play leisurely, because I do play my own leisure universe mode when I just kind of chill and I just want to relax. I play a simulation style universe mode, and I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that I do and some of the ideas that I've came up with on my own for my own universe mode, and here they are. I like to use my caw in my universe mode, so if you guys haven't done this, I highly suggest actually making your own caw, because it's actually a lot of fun when you put yourself into your own universe mode. Like, you guys literally play My Rise, most of you have probably played the My Rise mode, so why don't you just use that caw for your My Rise and put it in your own universe mode? So, I mean, if you've already done this, just keep on listening, because I have a little small idea that I like to keep things interesting with. So have your own caw make a stable. Like, give yourself like a tag team partner. Maybe start yourself out in like the tag team division. You don't even have to start yourself off as like a single star. You could start off like the Shield did when the Shield came in on the main roster and debuted. Like, you can download some stuff from community creations, like download like your own caw, and then download some guys from like TNA or something. Download like I don't know, Steve Macklin or something. I don't know, make yourselves like your own little stable. You guys can be like going up against Judgment Day. I don't use Judgment Day in my stable. Make your own stable with your own caw leading everything, and have them all win tag team titles, and it'll make things a lot of fun. Create a third show with one major title and a small roster. Now, when I say small roster, I mean like NXT small back in like 2012. Like, I mean like a 30-person roster, like 30 people on a roster with like one world title on it. Like, I did this when I was a couple years into my simulated universe mode. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make a championship, like a custom championship, or download one from community creations like I do a lot. And I'm going to put that one title on just a third show, because, you have Raw and SmackDown on your show, like, which is fun and all. But like, sometimes you just want to mix up the variety a little bit. Put both Raw and SmackDown, like, put both your brands on one separate show. Make like 15 to 20 people on each of those shows, and just put them on one show and just have them fight for one title. That way you still have all your main championships, but you just have one extra title that maybe you don't have too much long title reigns with, and you can kind of just have that third show. And I don't know, you can have just like somebody that normally doesn't, or maybe someone in your universe isn't doing too well and you kind of want them to do better, so you kind of make them the face of that third show. That's what I'm talking about when I say make a third show. Speaking of championships, you could create custom titles to keep track of the title history. Now, I have a suggestion for universe mode in the next future games, and I think that they should kind of give you the option when you go into universe mode. They should give you the option to reset all the titles and all their history, so that everything can kind of just start at zero. But that is going to probably be a future video when I talk about WWE 2K25 universe mode ideas. But that is like an idea that I had and I suggested. And the only thing you can really do right now, if you want to keep your title history at zero, is download custom titles or make your own custom titles. What I literally do is I go to community creations. I still get like the Intercontinental title and the US title and the world titles. I get the same championships, but I get them off of community creations just so that my title history can be reset completely. That's kind of the only way that you can do it too. You can't really reset title history anywhere else. You can't really do it like elsewhere. And I actually have a video on how you could reset your title history. It's in my YouTube channel somewhere. If you guys are liking this discussion and you guys are liking this topic and you are passionate about universe mode and you love topics like this, make sure to hit subscribe. I make tutorial-based content a lot, and I also make concepts, ideas, and stuff based off of that. I also have another wrestling channel where I basically talk about the world of professional wrestling in real time, called Roll with Wrestling. Last thing I want to briefly mention is about rivalries, and it's just a little suggestion, and it's to have rivalries that extend across multiple pay-per-views. So, like, when you set up the in-game rivalry system in the game, which isn't very good, I have to admit, because all it is when you set up the rivalry, it just puts you against that same opponent over and over again, and maybe sometimes it gives you something different. I obviously recommend going in and just manually changing that kind of stuff yourself. But sometimes you want to continue rivalries and you want things to last a long time. Like, in real life, an example I can think of is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. They have one of the best rivalries going on, and if you guys are watching this video in the far distant future, I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking back at that rivalry thinking it's one of the best rivalries that WWE has ever had. So I suggest creating rivalries similar to that, especially if you have your own created wrestler. I think it's really cool to just give yourself, like, some of the best rivalries of all time. You can create a huge rivalry with yourself and Seth Rollins, for example. I don't have any specific ideas on what you would do with that, but again, like, if you went with my original idea with creating your own stable, what if you did something where the Shield returns and then you have this huge thing with your stable versus the Shield, and it's just really cool stuff like that. I understand that you might just want to have this one rivalry and just set it to very high and have it for one pay-per-view and it be done. But sometimes rivalries just got to continue for a little bit longer, and you got to do a little bit more. And the other thing that I'm going to suggest is to create an open forum in the comment section to come up with your own ideas and share your ideas in the comment section so that other people might, want to think about using them themselves. I recommend everybody to go into the comments and share some of the suggestions that you guys might have to make your universe mode more fun, more interesting. Suggest some ideas for your rivalries and suggest some ideas for your rosters and all that good stuff. I want this to be like a massive discussion on what you guys do in your universe mode to make it fun, and I think it would just be overall really cool to see. So that is going to be it for today's video, and I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. I can't believe how many times I said like in this video. Like, that's crazy.